Welcome in once a month to Trenton Today here, live from Trenton Central High School. Here live on WBCB 1490 AM YouTube, as well as heard on 107.3 FM and 1490 AM. I'm your host, Matt Mirro. This month, we are, as always, we are live from Trenton Central High School, presented by Haldeman Ford, Capital Health, and all of our great sponsors, Mako Viewing as well. We can't thank all of them enough each month for helping us come out here and talk with distinguished dignitaries, the mayor, public works officials, and others that help the city of Trenton be what it is, which is the crown jewel of New Jersey and the state capital as well. So it's great to always have you here once a month. Can't thank Mirro Cliniglio enough and his students that help us out here a month. Montanel is going to be stopping by. We have a new one. Caden Scarborough is helping us out with some of the video and audio. So we can't thank him enough. And we can't thank enough Mr. Paul Harris, who's Director of Parks and Rec, along with Nia, who's recreational event supervisor, joining us here this month. Mr. Harris, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for having us.
Nia, I'm going to start with you because it's important that we start with you because you're the most important part in this room, Mr. Harris said. Give us a day-to-day seasonality of what it is to work in the Parks and Rec office, because it's a unique responsibility and goal, because it's kind of, in my eyes, not one day is kind of similar from the next. There's a bunch of locations, different operational things. Kind of walk us through a day in your shoes.
Okay, so I start my day off with opening up my laptop, going to my email, and reaching out to vendors. So pretty much my role is to put together community events for the city of Trenton. Of course, everything that we do is free and open to the public. All of our events are different. We have a variety of stuff. For example, in May, we're hosting a movie screening for Mother's Day every Friday and every Saturday. You could come out to Passage Theater and see a movie for free. It's really nice. And then we also have a kickball tournament in May.
Oh, wow.
We have a youth game on the 8th. So if you're from 6 to 9 years old, you could come out to Cal Water Park and play kickball. Of course, with that, we like to make sure we have organizations out there who provide free resources as well.
Okay.
When you come to an event, I want to make sure that not only you're having a good time, but you're walking away with something that you might have needed before you came, whether that's access to a food pantry, or you need access to some type of health insurance. We like to have the Department of Health out there, the New Jersey Department of Health, various organizations like that. So yeah, I talk to people a lot.
You do, yes, yeah. It seems like as well a lot of your job is creative, which is kind of unique, to where you have a lot of ability with events or vendors or things of that nature. Do you enjoy that element of it, or?
Yes, I think one of my favorite things about what I do is the creative freedom that I have. We all work together. I have a core team. It's me, Diego, AZ, Mishakia. We come together with these ideas. We get to bring these ideas to life.
Yeah.
And yeah, we get to be as creative as possible. Black History Month, for example, we decorate the atrium for that. It's one of my favorite things to do, because you get to decorate the atrium like a museum. This year's theme, and it's funny that we're here, was actually cinema. So I know this isn't cinema, but it's kind of like fun.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah.
Well, the man who oversees all your ideas and gives them a thumbs up or thumbs down is with us here, Mr. Paul Harris, the Director of Parks and Rec. And Paul, to my first question is, your job is so seasonality, whether it's cold or hot or leaves or foliage or grass. Is there a off switch for you where there's a lighter season, or is it kind of 24 hours, 7 days a week? Parks, recs, pools, snow, whatever. Is there any time where it's a little more lax or a little heavier for you in your office?
So, no, it's 12 months a year. Now, obviously, our busiest season is starting now, and it's going to go through Labor Day. But for us, we're planning events throughout the year. We're staying busy. Because, for example, while pools close Labor Day, for example, and the kids in town will tell you that, we're still planning Movies Under the Stars. We're still planning Painting in the Capital City. We're still planning some concerts, and then we're going to go into Thanksgiving related functions and then Christmas related functions. But on the maintenance side, what happens in the fall? Foliage, right?
Yeah. So
we have 70 parks. So you can imagine how many tons upon tons of leaves that need to be removed. So it's just, and then the winter is something else that we're doing as well.
Yeah.
This year's winter was crazy for us. So we work with Public Works. So we spent a significant amount of money in overtime because we had the craziest winter in 20 years.
Yeah.
So it never ends. It never ends. It's around the clock for us, for me at least.
Yeah. The uniqueness now is the weather's enjoyable at this time, but it will get hot eventually. I think you have how many pools here in the city? Is it five? Or
5.
six? Yeah. How important is that as you start, both for you, Paul, and Nia, planning that? I'm sure that's the biggest outcry come summer. When the pool's open, how many are open, or what are you doing? Is that kind of priority one sometimes when summer comes, or?
Yeah, it is. So it's important for me to say, and I always say, our objective is very simple: to improve quality of life for people in town. Right? You pay enough in taxes, and we do that through improvements to our recreation facilities and our programming. So what our objective overall is to provide what we call structured programming for young people and adults throughout the day. So if you had kids during the summer, the swimming pool is open all day up until 9:30. If you had if your parents were around, they could go and they can do the senior swim in the morning, right, with people in their like-minded categories. Then I have swimming. Then we have movies under the stars, painting in the capital city. You have rec centers that have basketball leagues that are participating and going on. There's tennis programs. There's skate programs. The goal is to keep your kids busy all day, so they're tired when they go home.
Yes, correct.
That's
correct.
The goal. So
Parents should be thanking Mr. Harris here after that long
exactly,
day.
and it's all free.
Yeah.
Because taxes are high here, and what we do is we take that money and we reinvest it in the community. We spend a lot of money. We get beat up all the time because we spend the most money, but I don't look at it that way. The way we look at it is, listen, I'm taking your tax dollars and I'm reinvesting it in town. We could understand if I was taking the money and giving it to Hamilton or somewhere else, but no, it's going back into Trenton.
Right.
We hire almost 300 seasonals every single year to make these programs run. A lot of them are young people. Actually, the majority of them are young people, but everybody's a Trentonian. So if you think about how that looks,
Absolutely.
you're reinvesting in your staff, your residents of the city,
Yeah.
who then can take part in the programs and the facilities that we have available to them.
I think what's great about both your roles is that you can, to your point, you can see where your tax dollars are going. It's hard sometimes with politics and bureaucracy and all these things and promises to physically see them. Is it cool at times, sometimes for you, Nia, as well, to see that, where you drive past a park and see, we mentioned the Halloween kind of big shindig every year. It's got to be really rewarding to know, and I hope Trenton residents see that as well and know that it's a really unique event, and to kind of be there or see it's got to feel good on your end.
Yeah, absolutely. I am a Trenton resident, and I'm a young person. When I first started this role, I didn't really know too much of what was happening in the city as far as events or programs. I didn't know everything that they had to offer. So to actually be a part of the planning, be a resident, see obviously the work that we do. Halloween is actually one of my favorite events that we ever put together. To see something that big happen in the city that I live in is crazy. It's amazing. And again, everything was free. And also seeing the people come and have a great time, no matter what their age is. I think a big thing for a lot of teens and people in their young 20s, they don't really know what they can do here. Sometimes they might feel like there might not be a spot for them. So, I think I don't know.
It was perfectly said, and one of the issues we always have, and I tell people, is that Trenton is the state capital, so you get a lot of visitors that are from all over the state of New Jersey. Does that put a little added pressure on you, Mr. Harris, and your team? I kind of mention this to all the departments because there's so many transient people here, legislators, lobbyists, special interests, just visitors in general to your area. Do you take pride in that kind of visibility you have?
We do take pride in that. It's a double-edged sword, because while we take pride in it, we need to do a better job on our end explaining why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks come from suburban areas where they don't have these kind of programs, and they don't understand why tax dollars should be used the way we're using it and why we spend the way we spend. So it's important for us and for those folks that work here but don't play here to understand, listen, these activities for young people, they're keeping them busy.
Yeah.
You need to keep young people busy as long as you can. That's important. And if there's the same way teachers back in the day and even today, they teach, but they're also social workers in a way, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes, depending on the environment, you take on a different role.
Yep.
And you have to adapt, and we're adapting. And as we grow the town and take it to a new level, maybe some of those programs will be offset by organizations and companies.
Right.
But we're not there yet, which is why the municipality absorbs those costs.
Yeah,
You know?
sure.
We're working on now trying to partner with corporations so we can offset some of those costs, since people are saying we're spending too much. But until that day, we're going to spend it because the community deserves it.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside and take our first break, and we'll be right back here for more Trenton Today here on WBCB, presented by Capital Health, Mako Viewing, and Haldeman Ford Subaru. We'll be right back.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Mirro Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time, where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Welcome back here to Trenton Today, live from Trenton Central High School on WBCB and on the radio at 107.3 FM and 1490 AM. I'm your host, Matt Mirro. This month for Trenton Today, brought to you once again by Capital Health, Haldeman Ford, and Mako Viewing here on the beautiful Trenton Central campus. Mayor Claniglio graciously allows us to take over his entire place. And Paul, I know you came here kind of mentioning how unbelievable this high school is, for Trenton youth. It really is, kind of, you talked about how important it is to see things. This is a great visual for the city, isn't it?
It is. During the break, we were talking about a lot of taxpayers in Trenton and just across the nation often feel that they don't know where their tax dollars are going.
Yeah.
So what we try to do here, and you can see it with this high school, is you build it so people can see it. I think if people could see more and feel it, obviously with the lights, roads, parks, trees, I think they feel better about the community. So that's what our goal is here.
There's been kind of a nostalgia movement, and you see maybe on social media, like what you were in the 80s or 90s. Parks and Rec in the 90s and 80s were one of the most important jobs in a lot of municipalities, because there was no social, there was no video games, there was no stay in your house all day. That was the kind of thing you mentioned, was keep them outside as much as you possibly can. Are we seeing that trend maybe boomerang back a little bit? Are you seeing upticks in usability or things of that nature or across the city? Or
yes, we are. As we try different things, and yes, we are. We're just, listen, what we're trying to do is move away from traditional programming and just be a little more radical.
Yeah.
For example, 3 or 4 years ago, I would never have had a mechanical bull at our event, but now we have mechanical bulls.
Yeah.
Now we have face painting and caricatures artists.
Yeah.
Because what we find is it's a draw, and kids will remember that. We have rock walls now.
Wow.
At our events. And so, it just, we had a Ferris wheel last year at our Halloween event. And what that does is it creates a memory, because if you talk to a lot of old timers about Cadwalder Park and Trenton, they'll tell you about things that no longer exist.
Yeah.
But that memory is there.
Exactly.
So we want to do on our end is create that memory for kids here in the town and the community and adults as well.
Oh, the weather's turning. It's getting great out. Ania, any upcoming events so we can let the residents of Trenton and look, and Paul was pretty honest about this. These events are meant for Trenton residents, but we're not naive that there may be some neighboring people, individuals here. And I think that's a kudos to you and your team for understanding that and just knowing you guys may do it the best and other people may want to check it out. So go ahead, by all means.
Yes, we have a lot of events coming up, especially as the weather gets warmer. In May, like I said earlier, we are showing movies at Passage Theater in honor of Mother's Day. So May 15th, that's a Friday, you can come out and see Brave. On the 16th, you can see Steel Magnolias. That's a classic. On the 22nd of May.
Who picked these films? Was this Paul? Who was?
We did. On May 22nd, you can see Incredibles 2, and then on the 23rd, you can see Crooklyn, which is my personal fave. I picked that one. Again, that's all free. Passage Theater is beautiful. You can get your ticket on Eventbrite. Come out, bring popcorn, bring some snacks, and then we also have kickball. Again, that's a free event open to the public on May 8th from 5 to 7:30. You could come out and play kickball with the kids. Again, as long as you're under the age of 9, you can come out. We're going to have medals. We're going to have trophies. There's going to be some really cool organizations out there as well. And then on the 23rd, because we can't forget about the teens and the adults. If you're a teenager and you want to play kickball, or if you're an adult and you want to play kickball, you could come out. That's a Saturday from 5:30 to 7:30. We're going to be at Calwater Park playing kickball. We don't have any medals for the adults, but we do have a trophy. I want to know who's going to take the trophy home. I feel like it's going to be me. In June, Father's Day. We're also showing movies in honor of Father's Day. On the 5th, you could see Daddy Daycare. On the 12th, you could see the Goofy movie. That's my personal fave. And then on the 13th, we're showing Miss Juneteenth in honor of Juneteenth, which leads me to the next event. June 18th, we're hosting our annual Juneteenth festival at Mill Hill Park. That's going to be from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Of course, it's free. We're going to have some musicians out there, poetry, some dancers, really just, highlighting the impact that Juneteenth has. And then we launch into our summer events. So on the 27th, we have our Cool Summer in the Capital City kickoff. It's a lot, guys. From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're going to be out there with our Take It to the Streets team. Take It to the Streets is one of my favorite programs that the city has to offer. It gives the youth teens from 14 to 17 a chance to work, so they're getting paid, but they're also involved with, they do a lot of community service.
Yeah.
So Take It to the Streets, they go out to different neighborhoods and host these wonderful block parties. They connect with the kids in the community as well as the adults. They go to food kitchens. They do a lot of community service. So they're going to be out there. We also have our summer concert series. We're going to have a wonderful band out there called Random Acts of Soul. They're going to be performing. We have Painting in the Capital City. Paul talked about that earlier. So
it's great. It's unbelievable. Wow.
We have some rides out there.
That's an unbelievable kind of lineup for you.
Yeah.
Paul, and we're talking to the Director of Parks and Rec, Paul Harris here. Everyone when they get into a certain position probably want to put their own footprint or stamp on things. Was there something important when you took over that you kind of wanted to hone in on or put some more resources or manpower or woman power into?
Yeah, so my goal was to build as much as I could. That's it. Build as much as I could, as fast as I could. So we are pretty good at getting money. We have the best grant writers in the country. We have literally $30 million on the books in grants. And I have to say it all the time that I'm Parks and Recreation Director. The community gets often upset because they see us investing in parks and historic sites and not abandoned houses and roads. And what I say to them is, I'm good at doing what I do because you hired me to do that.
Yeah.
So that's and we can only spend that money on those particular projects.
Right.
So we get the grants, we get the money. We had some ARP money, and what we've done is we've reinvested that in the community. And that's what I'm most excited about, because I think here, having lived here a long time, progress has been slow. So what we said is, if we ever had the chance, and you can see this under this mayor, is we're moving faster to get things done, so you can see it in your lifetime that, wait a minute, okay, this is progress. If you drive past City Hall, it's being worked on.
Yeah.
First time the biggest renovation projects since it was built. The Roebling Wire Works, the Eagle Tavern, Franklin Park. We have stuff going on everywhere in the city. The Carver Center is not it's my building, but the health department's overseeing that project using federal funds. So again, we're slowly moving in the right direction to upgrade historic sites.
It's great.
And places that people just want to cherish, and you need to, because listen, let me tell you, this high school was built for a reason. This high school was built because we didn't take care of the old high school we had, right? So we learned that lesson. So if we can go and find grants and better maintain and preserve the historic sites we have, then we won't have to demolish them. So that's why it's important for us to throw as much money as we can in. And it costs millions of dollars, just so you know, because you can't just go get a random contractor on the street. The state historic guidelines are crystal clear. You need to be pre-qualified.
Okay.
So you want to have people who work on historic buildings. Right. So that's why you'll look at a bid and say, wait a minute, it's costing a fortune to put a roof on a historic site. Well, because there's only a certain group of people who can do that job.
Sure.
And that's basically what we're working on, and we're excited.
Is there one project, either in your current role or past role, that whether it was initiative or a grant money that came through that really kind of made you proud and excited about? Is there one that stands out to you in general, kind of all the ones you mentioned, and maybe things on the horizon that people are kind of hearing about?
Pools. So I started 15 years ago, but I've always been involved with the swimming pools, and I wish I could show you pictures of how they looked when I got them. And and this is three mayors ago. They don't look anything like they look now. Wow. And that's because good leadership recognizes leadership, right? Yeah. Talent. And sure. What they do is they give you autonomy. They're not micromanaging you, right? So I appreciate that over the years. And we've gone and we've slowly upgraded every single thing. Because what we're saying is you shouldn't have to go to the beach or anywhere else. You come to a clean swimming pool with rules and regulations and just have a good time, and the community comes. We provide lawn chairs. Most community pools don't have life jackets. We provide life jackets because I'm not interested in anybody's child drowning, right? Yeah. So we go out of our way to make sure I have the most staff, life jackets, clean bathrooms, clean facilities, and just
maybe some water ice potentially.
I do water ice.
I remember. That's
so I'm most proud of everything we've done. The pools have seen the biggest change in the city here. We built a new pool under this mayor, Hetzel Pool. So we're excited about that. I would like to build a pool out West Trenton. That's my ultimate goal, because West Trenton is the biggest ward, but it doesn't have a pool.
It's unbelievable how clean, sustainable water in some capacity can help a whole community. In the suburbs where I live and others, they are closing them at a rapid rate, and for you to be building at this time is a commitment to you and all those great initiatives. Part of it is unbelievable.
It's a liability, just so you understand.
Absolutely, yeah.
No one's building deep pools like it. If we build a pool, my thing is it should be 10 feet deep, because if you know my kids who come, they like to go, they like to dive. Sure. But it's a major liability for towns across the country. But if we build them, it's going to be 6 feet or deeper, because it's an investment in the community, and you have to understand. Nobody wants a 2-foot pool. Right? Sure. And it makes sense when you have kids, but you have to do a combination of both. Yeah. But that's a good reason. That's a reason why they're closing them, because maintenance, it costs a lot. Yeah. We spend $500,000 a year keeping pools together.
It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Well, we can't thank you enough, and Nia as well, who's the give me your title again. Okay, I can't.
Event supervisor.
Thank you very much. And we got a ton of events here in the city this summer. Where can they check them out online if they're looking for events and things of that nature? Where can they go?
You can follow us on Fun Trenton on Instagram or on Facebook, and then of course the City of Trenton website. We have all of our events on there, as well as information regarding our summer camp.
Great. Well, Paul Harris, Nia, we can't thank you both enough for your time today. Thank you for the commitment to the spring and summer events we have coming up. Maybe we'll circle back in the fall, bug you again, but we can't thank you enough here on Trenton Today. We're going to step aside and take one last break and come back with some Trenton students here on Trenton Today, presented by Capital Health, Mako Viewing, and Haldeman Ford Subaru. We'll be right back.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Mirro reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Mirro reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Welcome back here to Trenton today, here on WBCB and 107.3 FM and 1490 AM. Trenton today, once a month, as we just talked with Director of Parks and Rec Paul Harris, is brought to you by Capital Health, Haldeman Ford Subaru, and Mako of Ewing. Each month, we talk with local and state officials, legislators, mayors, and individuals who help in the city of Trenton. But a cool part about what we do as well is we talk to students here from Trenton Central High School, the brand new campus. I shouldn't say brand new; it's maybe 3 or 4 years old. Brianne, how long is it? How old is it now? Maybe 3 or 4 years? It's not new, yeah. 2 or 3? Is it 6 years? Wow, it's unbelievable. Well, the students are taking good care of it, so we can't thank them enough. And one we are joining us here right now is Antonio De Leon, who's a sophomore here. Antonio is part of the digital media team. He was working on some stuff right here. Antonio, what's some of the cool things we do here in Mr. Cornelius' workshop, or things you do here at Trenton Central that really make you excited and proud to come to school every day?
Well, in Mr. Cornelius' class, I like to enjoy making videos on my own.
Okay.
I go around, record people, usually on my own projects when I have fun, or when I do videos for like a YouTube channel.
Okay. What is usually the topics or genre of it?
Usually just questions about the school or questions about summer, because one of my favorite seasons is summer.
Okay. Do you do this even when you're not in school? Is video production and editing kind of a passion of yours?
Oh, yeah,
or?
100%. I have about my own channel with 3 people, and every week or so we do recordings, I think, around Franklin Park.
Oh,
if you know
really?
what that is.
Yeah, sure.
We usually do basketball videos, we talk around, we do food reviews. Overall, we just enjoy ourselves and have a good time.
What was the most viewed video you did? And what was the topic? Do you remember?
Oh, gosh. Our most viewed video was our Try Not to Laugh video.
I won't.
And the Try Not to Laugh video was basically we all had water in our mouth.
Okay.
And one person would go up and try to make each other laugh. And oh my gosh, that was...
It was that. What was the tortilla video? Was similar they were doing with that, where they put
water in their mouth
and then we get
slap
smacked
each
with a
other.
tortilla. Do you
Yeah.
remember those? It was like a big TikTok or Instagram trend. But I remember
a
that was
TikTok trend.
It was, yeah. What is so on top of filming? Do you like being a personality as well, or behind the scenes? Would you have a preference, or?
I like being in front of the camera a lot of the times.
Okay.
When I'm behind the scenes, I do my job really well.
Yeah.
But for the most part, me being on camera, I am the biggest personality out of all my friends.
That's awesome. When you graduate, which when you blink, it'll be a couple years from now, do you have an idea of what you want to do long term? College? You want to take this videoing, editing maybe to the next level, or are you starting to think that way already? Or
Yeah. I'm trying to really, what I wanted to go for, I want to be an entertainer. I want to be someone where people can look at, laugh, have a good time, and talk about.
do you have certain individuals that you look up to in that space, or people that maybe
Oh my gosh,
that you
yes.
like what their content is, and you kind of emulate it? Who is
Ever
it?
heard of a person named Chris Farley?
Yeah, I sure have. Yes.
His movies like Black Sheep, Tommy Boy,
Wow.
Beverly Hills Ninja. I love them all, and I gotta thank my father for showing me those movies.
You got a new fan in Brandon O'Neill over there. I think both of us were shocked you were going to say Chris Farley. I thought you were going to say a newer entertainer, because both Brianna and myself, if you go back to Saturday Night Live clips, which I'm sure you've done,
my God.
and see some of the skits where it's Matt Foley or other ones.
Matt Foley's my favorite.
Can you do Matt Foley a little bit or no? I'm putting you on the spot here. Can you do a little bit of Matt Foley real fast?
I forgot how he went, but
That's okay.
my name is Matt Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I live in a van down by the river.
That's pretty good. Brianne liked it a lot. That's pretty good. Antonio, that is a throwback. We just talked earlier about nostalgic 90s, and you brought Brianne and myself back. Who else has Chris Farley? Is it other ones in that genre, and that
Other ones in that
timestamp, or
genre.
who else?
Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, all those
Wow.
guys.
They were, and Brianne and I will test, this is big part of our childhood, and they were kind of like the bedrock comedians that kind of brought this new, humor to light now in the 21st century. Who are the modern day ones that you kind of enjoy?
Modern day ones, people like Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle. Well, Dave Chappelle was old.
Yeah,
but still,
correct, yeah.
He's still modern to me. People like Gabriel Iglesias, I grew up on him.
Okay.
Especially living in a Latino household, he was an idol to me.
He really?
Mm-hmm.
The stereotypes he talks about, or made you, they said, yep, that's
Yeah,
it. That's great.
They're fun.
Okay, that's cool. Well, you talked about some really good entertainers and creators, and I think it's important that people at your age aren't afraid to be who they are, when they want to be, at the time they want to be. And that's really powerful, because nowadays, especially in the social media world we live in, everyone is worried about how they look, how they presented, how they feel. And for you to be true to yourself, Antonio, is something I hope you remember is really important. You never change that. You never lose that, because it's a valuable asset that you have that I think a lot of people, even my age, or Brand as well, maybe don't have, or are still looking for that. So keep that with you, man. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, always.
That's unbelievable. Antonio, thanks for joining us here today, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Trenton today here with Matt Mirro. Once a month we come over to Trenton Central High School. Just talking to Antonio. We're going to bring in Montanelle as well. Montanelle is a regular on this show. She is very involved. I think last time I talked to you, we had the Shrek
Yeah.
play. How'd that go?
It actually went amazing.
It did.
Yeah. It was a lot scary because backstage we were having a lot of problems. Nobody knows what to do.
Okay.
And then our assistant stage managers were freaking out. And probably like at the two of the cast were doing most of the props because the backstage people keep on forgetting like which cue they're supposed to be on.
Okay.
Which, my friend Talia, she's the assistant stage manager. She was freaking out the whole time. So I was just like sitting next to her, and I'm like, it's okay, we're gonna help. We already know where everything is, and it's like I felt bad because she was just freaking out and messed ups and things are not supposed to be what they are, and she was like, oh my god, I feel like I do not want to be here no more, we're gonna mess up. But actually went well.
Good. Well, you've talked before about how important it is to take care of people and young ones, and how you want to be a NICU. I remember this, how you want to be a NICU nurse, and it sounds like you were doing some taking care of your friend during the Shrek show because it was so involved. How many shows did you have over the weekend? That weekend?
We did about 5, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
We did one for elementary, middle school. We did 2 for our school, which was a preview only for the first part. And then we had one on Friday, and then we had one on Saturday. So maybe 6.
So by Sunday you were exhausted.
By Sunday I was just exhausted. I did not want to go out.
Now, once it's done, do you feel like, okay, I get my life back, or do you think I can't wait for the next play?
I didn't get my life back.
No, you rolled right in the next?
I also film sports, so I didn't really get my life back. I only got like a week off. And then flag football started, and it's like, oh my god, now we got to be outside, and it'd be windy sometime, and it's cold, and I just do not like it.
Do you enjoy that though, to where you're always moving? You don't want to just sit around and relax?
No.
Why not?
Well, probably because like back when I was in my home country, I didn't do much except for stay at home, memorize books, because I went to an all-girls Catholic school.
Okay.
So that's all I had to do. But when I came here, I picked up like more stuff: art, writing books, crafting, crocheting. I even do Twitch with my cousin, who we cook all the time. We do it usually on Saturdays, but we haven't been doing it due to some complication and me being busy. So
What was the best Twitch food video you did?
It was Haitian fried chicken with plantains and spaghetti with chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
All in one sitting? We taped the whole from start to finish?
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds delicious and
my friend
took a long
was also
time.
there. She was our mukbang person, so she showed them what it looked like.
Okay. Well, that's great. We can't thank you enough for helping out each month, Montanel, and we admire you staying busy because when you get older, you want to lay around a lot, so don't lose that. Because once you do, you start, I feel, losing yourself quicker and quicker. So stay active, continue doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. Thank you as always for joining us here today. We have a new person here with us right now. What's your name, miss?
Hi, my name's Compassionate.
Compassionate. And what are some of the clubs that you're involved in that you really enjoy, you're happy to be a part of, or really bring you joy and pride?
So recently I just started doing color guard in school. But it's not my first time in the band. I was in the band previously for 4 years. I started in 8th grade.
All color guard or instruments as well?
Instruments.
What
I
instruments?
started off with the trombone, and then I moved on later to the sousaphone and tuba.
What's a sousaphone?
A sousaphone, it's a marching band instrument. So basically, it's a big white or brass instrument, and it wraps around your whole body.
So it looks like a tuba almost, kind of?
Yeah,
okay, but thinner maybe, or not as big? Or it's big?
Bigger.
It isn't really?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's heavy. How heavy is it?
Well, we here have the, they're like kind of plastic, so they're not as heavy, probably 15 pounds max.
But you're walking around for hours and...
I was parading with it, dancing with
it,
playing it.
What was your favorite instrument of the 3 you mentioned to play that you enjoyed the most?
I would definitely have to say the tuba, because you got to sit down, and when I played the tuba, it was more like melody, like the music was more, it was better, I feel like. When you're standing up and playing the sousaphone, I feel like it's more band music, like very
keep hitting them until they go
prominent, like
right.
really like loud.
Right.
I like that too, but with the color guard, I always wanted to dance, so it was nothing when I decided to quit band and join the color guard. But I'm really excited. I just started probably like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I got practice today.
Why the transition to color guard from instruments? You want to try something new, or what was the reason for it?
Like I said, I really always wanted to dance. Like, I would be in the back playing the sousaphone, and I'll just be admiring the dancers, and I'm like, wow, I really want to do that. So I did. Yeah.
Does the band and color guard kind of work in tandem, or are you kind of like friendly enemies, or
They work in tandem.
Okay.
Like, Definitely.
Like your band people aren't mad you left them to go color guard,
Oh,
are
they're
they?
mad.
Oh, they are. Okay,
They're
okay.
mad because it was me and my best friend. We were the only two sousaphone players, and we left at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So there was no bass for like a little while. Then the bass came back. Now it's kind of like it's there, I guess. So they were a little upset about me leaving, but they understood because I was there for 4 years, 8th grade to 11th. So that was
Do you because I haven't done color guard, but I've been enough high school football games to know that you were the one that are throwing the flags in and around the air and catching them, and dancing as well, like you mentioned.
Yep.
How hard has that been to grasp early?
Since this is my senior year, and it's like I have to pick up a lot of things very quickly, because if I do want to like participate and do the parades and stuff, I'd have to like really pick up things quick, like I was saying.
Yeah.
It's been hard because I've never worked with a pole or like done dancing, but it's something I'm willing to work for, because I really like it.
Is it something you mentioned you're a senior that maybe if you decide to go to college you'd want to do as well, or?
Not on a college level.
No.
I feel like it'd be a little too competitive for me. I don't think I'm ready for that type of like energy yet.
Is music and playing instruments something that you could see yourself doing even after you graduate, or maybe a little breather from that for a while? What do you think?
Breather, for sure.
It's a big commitment. I know people. It's not just. Give me your schedule usually now that you're in color guard. What is it on a day to day?
Color guard practices aren't too like frequent. They're Tuesday and Thursdays, so I guess I would start Monday. I come to school. If I have work, I go to work afterwards. Then on Tuesday, come to school, color guard practice, work if I have it afterwards. I mean, they're not as packed as they used to be, because with band, it would be an everyday thing.
Right.
It would be band practice and orchestra, full out band. It would be a lot more than.
Wow. So this is a little bit of a break from what you normally do. Wow, that's unbelievable. I commend you. I kind of mentioned each student here kind of doing something, and what you're doing is something new, which is really important, and I think is really brave. A lot of people are so, in this day and age, quick to stay in their lane or their sector or what makes them comfortable. For your senior year to say, you know what, I'm going to try something new, I've never tried it before, is empowering. And I think it's important that other students take advantage of that. The same way Montanel and Antonio. We've talked to 3 students today that have been trying new things or branching out, doing different things. And I think that's really important nowadays. I think all 3 of you should be aware how valuable that is, because there's a lot of adults in this world that don't do that, and you 16, 17, 18-year-olds can kind of teach us some things. So do not lose that, okay? Whether it's color guard now and something else in 5 years, it's very valuable what you're doing, and we can't thank you enough for joining us here today and doing everything.
Thank you.
What do you plan on next year as a senior? Any goals, ambitions, dreams? What are your thoughts?
Well, next year I'd be a freshman in college. I just actually committed to a school, Coppin University.
Sure.
I'm pretty excited.
Where's that located? Is that down in, where's that at?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. You excited to go down there?
I am. I'm scared.
New city, new big campus. What are you going to study?
Really know. Criminal justice.
That's great. It's unbelievable. We can't thank you enough for joining us here today, and everyone here. Mary, do we have anyone else I'm missing out on, or no? We're all good? Perfect. Well, Mario's going to break a light, I think, when I leave today. He's very upset as it goes off, as I mentioned that to you. So,
According to Caden, he said that they're doing electrical work around the building.
Okay, so that's where. So there it is.
Why he's doing that.
You have seen us both in lightness and darkness, but regardless, we can't thank everyone here enough today for joining us on Trenton today, as it always is, brought to you by Capital Health, Haldeman Ford, and Mako Viewing. So for myself, Matt Mirro, Brandon Neal on site, all of the people who joined us here today, and Mario Coniglio for letting us destroy his place of work once a month. Signing off, saying take care. Have a good day, everyone.